Hello there and welcome back to the channel where today we have a roundup of all the Tycoon simulation game updates and announcements from the PC gaming show. It'd normally be around E3 time that we see that, and it is E3 time right now, except we're all locked up in our homes and there is no E3 because, you know, global pandemic. So instead we had an online live stream, and this is what was mentioned in it. Cartel Tycoon may be a game that I've told you about recently on the channel, but it seems to have grown from a small indie game to a big hit overnight with its recent preview on the PC gaming show. The developers, Moon Moose, now have backing from a publisher called Tiny Build. They would be known for their work on the Hello Neighbor series alongside many other popular games. Hopefully, with them as a publisher, Cartel Tycoon can reach a wider audience of players and become a more successful game in the long run. While no new features were announced at this preview, what we did get to see was some new gameplay, and not just in the form of a gameplay livestream, but they also released a demo alongside the PC game show. This demo includes the ability to build product farms, the tools to refine this into a more valuable product for sale, trade routes, money laundering, territory expansion, and local authorities bribing. Overall, the demo will give you a good feel of the game and is pacing so far, so if you want to give it a go, give it a shot, you can download it for free on the Steam page. Cartel Tycoon hopes to release in late 2020. It is, of course, if you are unaware, a game about running a drug cartel, if it wasn't incredibly obvious by the name. After its announcement at last year's E3 PC gaming conference, Evil Genius 2 popped up again, but this time with new gameplay, a new gameplay trailer, which gave us a look at a series of new features, such as the ton of previews on building and expanding your base in Evil Genius 2 and what it will be like. Then we went on to training, where we saw a series of training items and courses for different staff and recruitment types. These would be stuff like scientists and foot soldiers. These were shown in the trailer itself. We then got to look at a special recruits section, also known as henchmen in the game, who each had their own secretive and nefarious abilities to add an extra element to your world domination plans and processes. The mission process was previewed as well, showing a mission which saw you steal a sword from a location off island and retrieve it and take it back to your base. Finally, we saw a series of gameplay scenarios which saw you dispose of outside spies which had entered your underground base in order to report on your activities and find out what you're doing. They will have to be disposed of in an effective manner to save raising an alarm outside of your base. But that's not all. The final moments of the trailer showed us a sneak peek at what is said to be a major segment of the world domination part of Evil Genius 2. It had what looks to be a large and dangerous machine. It was glowing red, and all that as well. For more information, you can look at the trailer analysis, which will be released tomorrow, hopefully. Humankind is another highly hyped strategy game hoping to release in the near future. It appeared on this week's PC gaming show to announce that its new open dev system was open for registrations. You're going to be wondering, what is this open dev system? Well, open dev is said to be an approach at community-driven game development. It allows you to join the development team, so to say, to help shape the game during its production. After registering, you'll get access to a free time limited scenario focusing on specific core features of the game. These being its exploration, its tactical battles, and its city management features. Each scenario will conclude with a game design survey to help give feedback to the developer team to further shape the game and its end product, essentially. The concept seems, in my mind, like a glorified survey system, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, all things considered. If you'd like to register, you can head to the website, linked in the description, at the end of the video. But yeah, I can see how it's very helpful, but a lot of indie developers would do this as just give you a demo and then make you do a little form. It's just that, but very, very highly glorified in my mind. You can tell me if you disagree, Phil. I would like to see another point of view. Airborn Kingdom was a recently announced game featured on the PC Game Show this past week. Airborn Kingdom sees a strategy safety builder with the unique mechanic of placing you on what is a flying city kind of platform. While written details on the game and its mechanics are currently fairly scant, Airborn Kingdom is said to allow you to establish and grow a clan, developing new and innovative technologies to uncover lost kingdoms around the globe, all as you explore the barren landscapes from a former world utopia. From the images and footage for Airborne Kingdom, it looks like it could be a damn good game, so here's hoping it lives up to those graphical and trailer images that have been uploaded to the internet. It hopes to release before the end of 2020 onto the Epic Games Store and can be pre-purchased right now on the Epic Games Store for $15.99 in the UK. Dwarfheim is said to be a next-generation real-time strategy game featuring an asymmetric co-op gameplay. Dwarfheim's main co-op mode is Conquest, a competitive multiplayer mode in which you and 2 other players must cooperate to tear through a settlement to gather resources and increase your own dwarven population. This asymmetric, I keep trying to say asymptomatic, but that's pandemics. Anyway, the asymmetric gameplay aspect means that players stay with the class of character that they originally choose throughout the entire duration of a game. While each class, builder, miner, and warrior each have their own traits, they all share the common goal of wanting to grow and expand the settlement. In order to power up your fellow citizens, you will have to mine down deep for rare resources, using them to upgrade your units and increase your power or your attack power against enemies. Dwarfheim hopes to release in the fall of 2020, and you can wishlist on Steam right now. One of the larger announcements of the show was Total War Saga Troy. Troy is the latest title in the Total War Saga series, and it sees you play with a blend of turn-based strategy and empire management and mechanics based in Greek times. The game allows you to experience the events that occur throughout this era and defining events such as the Trojan War. The game will feature character-led narrative story events which you will need to overcome through a combination of strategy, statecraft, democracy, and just all-out war if the rest fail to do anything at all. The game appears to be an incredibly large game with a lot of depth, a lot of gameplay, and some damn high-quality graphics. It hopes to release in 2021. 2021. They did have, in the conference, a nice custom-built, very expensive computer. It had, like, the whole game logo, it had some shields and arrows. It was bloody cool. They've really put a lot of money behind that. Finally, we have the announcement of a sequel to Surgeon Simulator with Surgeon Simulator 2. Surgeon Simulator 2 is filled with new features and new graphics. Some of these new features include its new co-op gameplay modes, allowing you up to 4 players to tackle the difficult transplants and surgeries with some help from friends. There's a new Bossa Labs creation mode, to quote the store page, also allowing multiplayer up to 3 people. This mode allows you to create your own levels with intuitive in-game tools. These levels can then be uploaded online for you and friends to play at the same time. The hope here is that the player-made content will build on what is provided to grow the game and allow for a deeper and longer gameplay experience. Surgeon Simulator hopes to launch on the Epic Games Store, despite whatever you think of it, on the 31st of August 2020. And that is it. That is all of the games I thought you'd be interested in from the PC Gaming Show. If you want to see the whole lineup of the entire show, you can find that on the PC Game Show website, but these would probably be the ones, if you're interested in tycoon and simulation games, that would stand out to you indeed. But until next time, thank you for watching, and cheerio.